ToMolly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
Isla. We just had a debate. We think that's how you say the S being silent. Isla. This is a worker placement game where you are explorers. You're exploring an island, which I'm not very familiar with. I think Spanish, the island? I don't know. Anyways, you're exploring an island and you're collecting animals from the island by using different objects. I guess that would be the theme of the game. And so
I'd say it's an area control in that case, more so than a worker placement. But
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because your place, I think it's both. Both. That makes sense. So on your turn, whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins, and the points are kept on this track right here around the track. But there are multiple ways to get points. So on your turn, you take 3 cards. Everyone takes 3 cards, and you can do 3 different things with them. So in one of them, you're going to do the action on the top of the card. That's your A. And the other one, you're going to get the resource in the bottom left. And then the other one, you're going to move up on this track the animal that's in the bottom right. And so based on what you do, if you surround, and in the middle of that, you're going to place workers on here. And so by using these resources, I spend 2 resources of that color, I place a worker. If I end up getting 3 surrounding one of these animals that has, because all of these are going to be, I guess we didn't set this up. All of these animals are going to be here. If I end up getting my workers to surround one animal with all 3 or 2 or 4, however many it has, I get that animal and that point. At the end of the game, these are worth points. Every set of 5 different animals is also worth 10. And you also get points for moving these things up based on what you have here. So multiple ways to get points. That is a very brief overview of La Isla. Simplicity versus complexity.
complex. Why, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Because they give these super cool player aids, which tell you everything you need to know about the game. Unluckily, there's one English version, so I guess if you don't speak English, there's a bunch of other different versions.
Yeah, there's even more in
But
here.
there's only one of each of those
Two-sided.
languages too.
Yeah.
You can't play it your first or second time without this. You really can't. These icons are cool, but they're not indicative of everything they're not very intuitive all the time. And so these are even different. It's not like we could each have one of these and get away with that. You play this game with its full player count, you're passing these things around the entire time. And eventually it becomes more simpler. Eventually it becomes simpler as you play. You probably won't even need these.
I think it's complex. Anytime for me you have a game where you can get points multiple ways, which are a lot of Euro games, it's going to be complex. Just because what strategy are you going to choose at what point? Am I going to try to go for points from the board? Am I going to try to move this up and get direct points? Am I going to try for end-game points? Or all of them, right? And so I do think it is a complex game. You have to manage so it's a resource management too. You have to manage your resources. Man, it's all of them. Manage your resources.
It's also dexterity.
It's not dexterity.
It's not all of them then, all right?
Okay, fine, not all of them. You do have to flick them. No. But, so I think it's really complex, because you just have to, there's multiple things you can do on your turn, even though you only have 3 cards and you do that, yeah. Oh, luck versus strategy.
This game is super lucky. It's super random. I have a strategy. I know what I want to do. I draw my 3 cards, and nope, none of the cards have any of the colors I need.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll see if they have any good powers. Oh, nothing that I need. No big deal. Hopefully some of them will move up an animal I have. No, they don't have that either. And granted, you get 3 of them, so it's likely you'll have something, but too many times I've played where I've been like, this doesn't help me at all. And so, very random, very lucky.
I would say there is a good amount of strategy in this as well, but maybe it's not purely strategic. So if you're looking for a purely strategic game, yeah, this is not going to be it, because your choices are affected so much by the cards you get, because you only get 3, and you've got to do something with all 3 of them. And so
you can actively hurt yourself because you have to play them.
Yeah, you have to cover up another power. So if I really need a white, or and I don't get it, or whatever it is, so I do think there's a good amount of luck, but I do think there is strategy for future events. If I get something that I can't use, can I use it next turn, right? And so then you can kind of strategize and work with what you have then. Fun versus boring.
Go.
I find this game pretty fun. I do like to think about the different ways to get to get points. So I think this game is fun. Even though it's a lot of luck, I don't mind, I guess, the amount of luck. It hasn't hurt me too bad. I have been given a hand where I really just need a green and I didn't get any greens, or I needed a green and yellow and I didn't get either. So, but I think this game is fun. You just have to work around those turns.
Because this game is so tactical and what you get, you have to use. That is actually, despite how I complained about it, it's a redeeming factor because there is a game here. However, I just don't think it's that fun of a game. People that like tactical games will enjoy this. So, I mean, I guess I don't like tactical games that much. I'd rather have a long-term strategic approach. Who am I to talk? I like DC Deck Builder, and that's pretty tactical as to what it comes out to. But I don't know. It's just there's something about this
Maybe
game that makes it.
theme.
It's just not super fun to me. It's kind of boring. I'm kind of just playing to get through it. BGG rating.
Maybe I like the theme because it's animals that are extinct.
Maybe you do.
And I'm a scientist. Okay, yeah, BGG rating.
I'd go with a 5. I think it's average. There's a game here, but I'm take it or leave it for me.
I'll give it a 7. Someone suggested I'll play, but I'm not necessarily quick to suggest. But I think it's a solid game. Whenever we get to multiple of 500 subscribers, we'll give away a free glitter painting of your favorite superhero icon. So subscribe and tell all your friends to subscribe.
And it could be you that wins.
La Isla, we've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.